This is Dee with DJ Designs, and today I have another tutorial on how to make earrings using strips of fabric. This collection is called Denim on Silver, and I'll show you how to make these beautiful earrings. Stay tuned and I'll show you how. Okay, the first thing you want to do is select your fabrics, and I'm calling this my Denim and Silver earring board because I'm using a lot of denim and silver, and this denim is upcycled denim that I had gotten from either old jeans or I've gone to places like Goodwill and I purchased some denim jeans. Okay, so I will probably start out with the denim, and of course I'm using my Alene's Tacky glue, and basically like in the other videos I'm just doing a little at a time because this does dry pretty quickly and you don't want to put it too far ahead, put the glue on too far ahead because it might dry up. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this, and I'll start out with the blue, and I think this is like a glitter twill that I had left over from my stash of embroidery, because I do a lot of embroidery too, but not as much as I used to because I started making earrings and this takes a lot of my time. Okay, all right, and like I'm doing, and put a little on the overlap, because if you don't put some on the overlap you're going to have problems down the line and it'll flap up. Okay, and I'm just setting a strip down like that. Just overlap it just a little bit and you can get the excess off before it dries. Okay, I think I want to, and this is a glitter dot fabric that I had in my stash. I'm getting to use a lot of my fabrics that I've had for years and years, and I'm making earrings with them. Glad I didn't get rid of them. And once again, this is a pattern, repeat pattern that I'm going to use for this because the theme is glitter and denim. And I really like doing this, and I got such a great response I decided to do a couple more. I have a couple more in mind too that I'll be doing once I finish this one. So make sure you subscribe so you can be kept apprised of when these videos are going to drop. Okay, that looks pretty good. Bet these will make some pretty earrings. And I'm going to take some metallic paint later on and I'm going to highlight the denim areas, and then I'm going to do the repeat, and then I'll come back once this board is finished. Okay, I finished doing the repeat pattern for the strips, and I think that looks pretty good. And I want to highlight just a little bit the denim to pick up the theme, the colors of the theme of the denim and silver pattern. And all I'm doing is just taking a brush and just randomly, you can do it however you want, you can skip this step, but I just wanted to make sure the denim was within the theme of the denim and silver pattern that I'm going to do. This is going to make some beautiful, beautiful earrings. I cannot wait. Okay, and I'm just going to finish this up, and we're going to trim the sides, and then we're going to cut some earrings. Okay, all right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to trim the excess off because this will cause problems down the line if you don't. Been there, done that. And I'm going to turn it over so I can see the excess a little better. and I'm trimming close to the board as possible. Okay. Okay. I think we're ready to make some earrings. Nice. Really like that. Ooh, that's gonna be so pretty. Nice. Okay, this is another shape. I'm only gonna do maybe 2 or 3 pairs so that I can show you how they came out. Oh, I really like that. Thank you. Wow, that's good. Okay, we're on to the next step. I'm gonna paint the backs of these earrings. These are just some of the earrings that I cut. I did cut a lot of different shapes, but I just want to go on and get started. I have more cutting because I have a festival that came up this weekend that I'm getting ready for. So, you know, basically I'm painting the back and I'm using a coordinating color like that. Excuse me. Using a coordinated color that would pick up one of the colors in the front of the earrings. So, and that's all you do, just paint the back, and then we're gonna highlight this a little bit. I'm gonna go on and paint more of the back of these earrings, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the backs painted on most of the earrings that I'm gonna do today, and some of them I painted silver. I was liking that silver, and some I painted blue. The silver ones I'm not going to do anything to the back, but the blue ones, they look so dull, and I'm taking a semi-dry paintbrush and, you know, pretty much going over the back to give it a nice design in the back. You can fool around with this however you like it. I like that silver accent. I want to make sure that brush is a little dry. I think the design comes out a little better when the brush is a little dry. So you can go over that and make sure they're even, kind of like that. Didn't do my fan brush trick this time. Okay, and once again, I'm going to do the edges, but I'm doing it with the distressed antique look that I did the last video that I did with the denim. I kind of like the edging, and I discovered if you let a little bit excess over, it gives it like a 3D appearance to it. You have to fool around with that. It took me a couple tries to decide, you know, how much of the paint that I want, and you certainly can use as much or as little as you want. And look at that, it gives it a nice distressed look. I really actually discovered this accidentally. I was trying to paint the sides, but I kept messing up on the bottom. So I said, I kind of like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one, and probably I'm going to do some bling on one of them. I'm not sure, but I want to do something just a tad bit different. Okay, all right, and I'll be back once I get all of this distressed sides painted, to show you the bling touch that I'm going to do. Okay, I decided to put a little bling. It's just an experiment. I'm not sure how it'll work with the epoxy, so it'll be an experiment. I'm using this E6000 glue. Kind of messy. I need to see if there's another option of glue for this because it's messy. I'm using a rhinestone this binder. I got this in Hobby Lobby by the yard, and I like it because you could cut it the size that you need, or the length or the width that you need. And it's kind of transparent, so it goes good with any color or any type of fabric that you use. So, and I had this a long time. This saves you from taking a rhinestone stutter and studying each stone. But you know, once the epoxy is on there, you won't even be able to see that it's a strip. Okay. All right, we got that done. And now I think I'm gonna epoxy a couple of these on camera. And I'm gonna do 2 coats of this. I saw a video by JC Creations. She does 2 coats. And I think she says the first coat that you use is really to seal it. So when you do put your other layers, the coat is even, it doesn't sink through. So I'm trying to really learn this UV resin, because I always use a 2-part epoxy and it just takes entirely too long, the process. You have to wait a day before it dries. Okay, I think I may have used too much for the first coat, but let's see how this goes, and we'll come back and do another coat. Okay, I started putting some of the hardware on the earrings. I did experiment, and I really like the way this look. I did the cone, the wire cone design, and I do have a video in my channel that shows you how to do this extensively. But basically, all it is taking the cone, the wire, and wrapping it around a jumbo knitting needle. And I'll put a link in the description for that particular video. And all I'm doing to attach the bead and the cone is just bending it and wrapping it around your flat nose pliers, and don't close it because you're going to put your earring in. Okay, and I'm going to use, make sure that's in good. I'm going to use the same pliers to hold it while I twist it, because we don't want to break that hole open. So just twist it maybe 2 or 3 times is good enough, and don't worry about it being perfect, because that cone shape, that cone design will hide actually the wire that you just did for this. Okay, all right, we're going to slip the cone on, and we're going to slip a bead on. And you certainly don't have to add this. I will have this design in my link if you're interested in purchasing this design, if you have a laser cutter. And just once again bend it, and I don't switch to a lot of different pliers. I use the same one, and I bend it, and then I take the hole and I straighten it so the earring will be straight. And once again, I hold the hole this time, and then I wrap this around 2 or 3 times is good enough. Okay, and then you want to take your cutters and just snip off the excess and squeeze it so it won't pinch the ear, and make sure that that wire is facing this way, flat. Okay, all right, I'm going to add my hardware. Open that up, slip it through, and this is the way I do it. There's other ways that people add it. Usually they add it on before they close the hole, but this is what works for me. Okay, all right, and that one is finished. Oh, by the way, I did spray the back of the earrings with the varnish, the polyacrylic varnish. And this is what I had just added to my supplies because I like the finish. It's quick, it's easy, and it's a satin finish, so it's not really that shiny. It has like a natural finish. Okay. All right, I like the way that looks. Nice. All right, Once again, my favorite clips are the pinch bill clips, and I'm sure in some of my other videos you did see where I use these a lot. You can take a plain earring. Oh, by the way, look how that turned out. I did add some bling on this. I just wanted to see what it was going to look like with the resin, the UV resin, and that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, I'm going to add my pinch bill clips, and you can find all of these products in the description. I will put a link. They are my favorite clips, and I'll show you what I mean because it took a plain earring, which this one isn't that plain, and it just bumped it up a notch. And I like they're nice and thick, so it does have a professional look to it. Okay, look at that. All right, and I'll do the second one off camera, so for the sake of time. Let's see. Oh, let's do the square one. I do like this design. This is something new that I added. Once again, I'm taking a plain earring, and I'm adding my pinch bill clip. And you can use pliers to close these, or you can just pinch them, but sometimes the prongs is facing each other and it won't allow it to pinch. So anyway, but you usually can pinch it and it's okay, but if not, you can use your jewelry pliers to close it. All right, and this is the square pair. It's just a plain shape. It's nothing fancy, but because your fabric is fancy, you know, it made it a nice earring. It's just a plain shape, but look at that. Wow. All right, I'm going to finish these up and I will be back. All right, this will conclude my video. And I just want to show you how they came out. I really like these. These are my favorite. And look at that distressed look. Look at that. And these are the rectangle ones with the rounded corners. Really nice. I like the way that resin came out. UV resin. And this with the little bling. And these are the square ones. And these are the circle ones. Okay. I still have to put the posts on, but I just wanted to show you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you liked my video, and I hope to see you in the next video.